everyone. This episode of my vlog is coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm here participating in the Professional Women's Network International Conference for 2016. I have been a member of PWN for over 10 years. It is an amazing organization led by an amazing woman, Linda Ellis Eastman. PWN is the organization that has allowed me to become a published author. I started by contributing chapters to various organizational books, and then finally was able to secure a scholarship to become a sole author and have my own book. This conference, again, is an international conference. There's going to be people here from all over the world. And we now also have, I understand, some men who are now part of the organization and are presenting at this conference today. I'm hoping to share with you the variety, the diversity, the talent, the passion, the wisdom of the members of PWN and of all the speakers that are presenting today, and then ultimately conclude with an interview with Linda Ellis Eastman herself, who is celebrating not only her birthday this week, but 35 years of this Professional Women Network organization and all that it has contributed. So I have the pleasure of being with Dr. Suzanne Menarson, who just gave a wonderful presentation about facing your fears.
A lot of our fears come from fear of not being accepted, our own insecurities, and what I want us to do is love ourselves, develop a plan, and move beyond our fears so that we can achieve our greatest success. Oh, I love PWN, and I wouldn't miss this conference for the world. I joined last year, or I guess last year was my first conference.
Right.
And I love Linda. And I came last year for the first time during a very difficult period in our lives.
Right.
My granddaughter had died just a few months earlier. We were caring for our other 3 grandchildren.
Right.
And I came and I just felt enveloped by love and acceptance.
And you
it
wrote
was
about
a safe
that,
place.
right? Did you share that time in your life?
I have not shared that time yet.
Okay.
I had to wait for legal things to get resolved, but
And
I will share about
You will.
that.
We can anticipate that from you.
Definitely.
Well, that's wondering. I can't tell you how much I enjoyed your presentation.
Thank you.
All right, you're an inspiration to us all.
Thank you.
So I'm with Rita Rocker, and she just finished her presentation on choosing whether to sink or swim. Rita, tell me about the book that you published with PWN.
Well, Hope at the End of Your Rope, Steps to Rebuild Your Life. And basically that was because so many times during life we have issues, things that get us down, and I wanted to encourage women and people in general that no matter what has happened, there is a rope we can hold on to, and the book gives many tips and techniques for what we can do, think about, and accomplish to get out of the pit that maybe we've been in.
Okay.
And,
So tell me about your membership with PWN. How has that changed you? What has it meant to you?
It's meant a lot to me. One thing is I was able to publish that book, and then I've also contributed, co-authored in 10 other books, and really been able to network with other women to help build each other up, to strengthen each other, to be encouraged, and just to learn new skills, new techniques.
You bet. And I know you have a blog. Tell us the name.
It's transformationacademy.com. And I have a blog on there as well as other programs that are listed, and I work with communication skills, professional image, business etiquette, career development, and then also really try to encourage people to get on with life and do what they want to do.
So I have the honor of interviewing Miss Mary Paul, who has been a member of PWN now for 25 years, Mary? Mm-hmm. So we were just talking about, a little bit about what the membership with PWN has meant to you, but let me ask you, how come you keep coming back?
I'll start with most recent. The reason I keep coming back for 25 years is that it's a good shot in the arm of positivity, and I think that is, probably the most valuable thing that I and many other women and men now who come to PWN is you always feel good, and each of the speakers will bring something to the party, and I believe that is why I really keep coming back.
So I'm with Tyrona Heath, the founder and owner of Spectacled Marketer. She is a marketing guru and just inspired us all with how we have to really rethink our mindset about marketing our companies and marketing our products. What would you like to share, Ty?
Yeah, I would like to share that this is really the future of marketing. It's where things are going. You know, first and foremost, it's really connected to understanding your customer so thoroughly that you are using their language in delivering your marketing so that they say, wow, it really feels like they're talking directly to me.
This is your first PWN convention. Worth coming to?
Absolutely. I mean, what I'm enjoying most is just the people I'm meeting and the relationships I'm building. And what I've found is just such a tremendous support network of women who uplift each other, support each other, and learn from each other. So it's such a pleasure to be here.
Wonderful. Share just a little bit about your upcoming book and the online learning module that's going to go with that.
In September, my course, Marketers of Tomorrow, will be launching. It's a 6-week course on inbound marketing, and by the end of the course, you will have launched your first inbound marketing campaign. Along with that will be the book, Marketers of Tomorrow. That'll be coming out later this year, and I couldn't be more excited because I think everyone has a message, and I'm all about that message being heard.
Okay, and the name of your website again?
A Spectacled Marketer, and then Marketers of Tomorrow for the course enrollment.
So I just bumped into Carmen Thomas, and Carmen is on the advisory board of PWN, and she's also a doctoral candidate. And just explain to me, so you met Linda.
So Linda and I just met for the first time in person in May. I came and got licensed, and through the certification for the holistic life coach piece.
Okay.
So I did that, and I thought that would be a really awesome piece to incorporate with my doctorate program, because my program is a doctorate degree in transformational leadership with an emphasis in changing culture. So, and I am writing my 3rd book. And so I wanted Linda to kind of help me with this. So she's my book coach. So that's really how it got going.
Yeah.
And she actually introduced me to this information with all you beautiful, empowered, enlightening women. It's good though, because it's helping me to kind of clearly define the path that I need to be on, especially because I switched my role from being a self-employed person for all these years doing real estate and helping people to getting a government job, doing transformational engagement and change management piece. So now I'm planning my trajectory to go back out into the world and also do what I do and incorporate all this working with you and networking. And
Right. So
I'm
how do you
excited.
see the value of the networking with the members of PWN? How do you think that's going to help transform what you're doing?
Each woman in here brings something that's totally unique. I got a message in my head while I was sitting there. There's this UMM that each woman brings, and we all bring this unique message to the masses, and we're finding it and defining it and creating it, and then we're going to go out and execute it once we leave this place. And I'm so excited about taking my UMM and helping others to find theirs.
Sequestered Carla Blacker. Carla, you are a first-time participant in the PWN conference.
Indeed.
And you are a first-time author. Congratulations.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about your book. What's
Thank
the name?
you. My new book is called Salt in the Wound and the Courage to Forgive.
Okay. So, can you just give us a synopsis of what the book is about?
Sure. I've taken a personal perspective of the last 7 years of the journey of my life and have integrated a true meaning of forgiveness and allowed myself to establish a new relationship with myself in order to proceed into the intentions of my world. And so I took those
Insights?
insights and inspirations, nuggets, comic relief, and decided to tell my story from a perspective of positive,
Right.
rather than victimization.
Tell me a little bit about your membership with PWN and then the opportunity to publish.
Okay, sure. Meeting Linda was divine timing, without a doubt. I was enjoying time in Puerto Rico. I traveled with my husband, and we were in Puerto Rico on a job, and I had started a website and started some of the process, and the book was really starting to want to come out. I knew I had something, I knew it was there, and I had to let go of perceived control that I did not have, in order for it to be free. And when I was doing meditation one morning, I was hearing the words professional woman, and that's all I did was hear. So I said, okay, came out of my meditation, went straight to the computer and put in professional woman, and up comes Linda's picture.
Wow.
And I knew at that moment this was divine timing.
Right.
And I went to her site, sent her a little message. Within about 15 minutes, she was on the phone with me.
She's very good at that.
And in 20 minutes, we had a deal. So, and a year later,
There you are.
we are here presenting the
It
book.
came to fruition.
Came to fruition.
So tell us again the name of your book.
Salt in the Wound and the Courage to Forgive.
And I know you have a website and a blog.
I do. My company's name is called Symmetry Life in Balance. The website is www.symmetry, SYMMETRYLIB.com.
So we actually have male presenters at PWN conferences, and Corey Lee is a new author. Corey, the name of your book?
My book is called The New Man, Understanding Roles and Relationships. It's about how men can understand roles and relationships better. Women have historically been the one to carry the emotional roles, and I think that men need to to find a place in their lives where they can help with the emotional aspects of life. Women shouldn't be the only ones caring for the children. Men can do that too.
And you're hoping that this message gets out to a lot of guys because?
Because guys need to step up and help women. Women are the future, and that men and women working together can make society better.
So if you had a message, right, for your 5 daughters, I know you have 6 children, 5 daughters.
5 daughters.
You're making them very proud, I'm sure.
Good.
Okay? What is it you would like to tell your future son-in-laws?
Good luck. No, that I want all of my daughters to be strong, powerful, independent women, but also appreciate men and their capacity and their roles in life. You know, it's a collaborative team effort, and society, you know, just like diversity, there's diversity between men and women. We need to collaborate, not compete.
So I'm here with Elizabeth Ruth Mansdorfer. She is a PWN member for the past 3 years, and her book came out last year. She was one of our speakers today. And what do you think of your membership with PWN, and what's it afforded you?
The membership with PWN has afforded me the opportunity to meet with so many great women with their great stories, the ability to connect with Linda Eastman, to be able to pursue the publishing opportunities, and also to build on a different level of speaking engagements. I, as an attorney, do a lot of speaking engagements in the community, but more professionally, this allows me to bring in some of that personal impact to other people. Really, it's the people. It's the people that are involved with Professional Women's Network. That's the real value.
Your presentation today moved me so much. I never had my own biological children. I know you were sharing your story about being challenged in how are you going to fulfill that piece of your life, that piece of your femininity and your womanhood. I'm a godmother, and I was lucky enough to have 4 glorious godchildren and 2 grand-goddaughters, and I was able to create that world around us. So to women who are challenged in making their own families, you know, whether it's biological or through, like you said, adoption is an option, you know, what words of encouragement can you share with them?
What happens to our bodies is not what happens to ourselves. You are not your uterus. So find your passion, be able to find some way to share. I wasn't able to share this morning, but really what started my journey out of my bitterness was actually my furry baby. I got a puppy, and finding a different outlet, and that was really important with me. And I think for any of us going through pain of childlessness or any other kind of pain, is once you acknowledge those feelings, you have to look outside of yourselves and find your gifts to help others. And I think that's the only way to climb out of ourselves.
Right, and you can build a life around you and a family around you. May not be the storybook.
It's true. Well, even if your own family may not be your biological family. It may just be the people you have chosen to be your family.
Well, I have one happy author with me, Nichelle Stone. All right, this is her first PWN conference, and her book is coming out tonight. Congratulations. Tell us the name.
The name of the book is Virtual Leadership, Making the Leap, a guide to becoming an effective virtual school administrator.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this is your first conference.
It is.
Worth coming for?
Oh my goodness, it has just been amazing. The networking that I've done and the things that I've learned from all the speakers today, it's been amazing. I've actually taken the blinders off of just what I could do with the content, the materials and what I've expressed in my book. So it's been amazing.
So if you were going to share this with someone who might be watching my vlog and considering joining PWN, what would you say?
I would say that it's definitely an opportunity that if you get the chance to take advantage of, you want to. If you want to take the blinders off, take the blocks off of your perceptions and views of what you can do with the knowledge that you have, here's where it's cultivated. Here's where you learn how to do it.
Right.
It's an amazing experience.
Okay, and if people want to reach out to you, Nichelle, how do we reach you?
They would reach out to me by contacting me at virtualsuccesssolutions@gmail.com.
Versus celebrate credit for. We are starting to develop things that we can do every day, and we don't let us take credit for. And feel good about things we have accomplished. I remember when I was younger, whenever I receive any compliments from anyone, I would just shrug my shoulder, shake my head, and expressing it wasn't a big deal for what I've done. The truth is that we all destined to do something great in life.
So I finally caught up with Dr. Joanne White, one of my favorite people here at PWN. Joanne, how long have you been with PWN?
6 years, 7 years, 8 years, I'm not sure.
Oh, I think it's longer than that because I'm
probably
10 plus years and you were here with me since the beginning.
Time flies.
There you
Okay,
go.
There you
go. So you gave a presentation today on resilience, and I found it very inspiring. Could you share some of the highlights of that?
I find it fascinating that resilience is about really what's going on in the mind, and I looked at so many different ways that people can be resilient. What's very important is that you have to have a sense of meaning. Resilience is about taking a look at whatever challenges or obstacles happen, whether it's something physical that happens to you, a relationship that goes awry, something that unexpected that happens in your life, how you're handling trauma, stress, challenges, hurricane, whatever is going on that people were not aware of. And what's interesting is that there's a lot of research about how resiliency is something that can be shifted in the mind so that we have an innate ability to be able to reframe a situation. So does it mean that we don't remember what happened in the past or that we discount something? No, what it really means is that we don't have to carry the trauma with us.
Right.
And what I found, what they needed was not just positive optimism, they needed a sense of realism, but they also needed to find that experience as a sense of meaning. So I talked today a little bit about Viktor Frankl, who was in the concentration camp, and what he needed to do, because he felt that what he was thinking about was so petty, And yet there he was, and that was his life. And so what he did was he started to be inventive and create meaning. And he thought, well, when I get out, or if I get out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to tell them about the experience. And so he started to plan his lectures, and that kept him strong.
That was his resilience.
That was his resilience.
Right.
And
Amazing.
resilience is our way of bouncing back,
Yes.
and our way of looking at obstacles and challenges that I mentioned, and being able to come out of it on the other side and still be strong. And I also said that it's a choice, because we can wallow in our stuff forever.
Right.
And I'm not saying don't feel the grief, don't feel the discontent, don't feel the emotion. You need to feel the emotion, but don't hang on to it forever.
Right. It doesn't have to define you.
Perfect.
Right.
Exactly.
It does not have to
doesn't
define you. So I know that you have a radio program, and can you share a little bit about that?
I have a Power Your Life radio show and a Power Your Life network.
Right.
And my Power Your Life radio show, I interview many different authors and celebrities, and it's about empowering people's lives. And hopefully the people that are on the show, I believe, are giving back to our listeners in some way with something valuable that they can share about their experiences, their life, their books, their programs, their whatever they're doing, and ignite people's interests, share their knowledge, their skills, so that they're imparting something beautiful to people.
Wonderful. And how would we reach you there?
Well, you can find me on Joanne at drjoannewhite.com, and the radio show's on Blog Talk Radio.
Okay.
We're also getting ready to do some shows on the Power Your Life Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Ellis Eastman, the founder and executive director, president of PWN, and my dear, dear friend.
Thank you.
We have just, the party's over. You can see we're at the remnants here. They've cleared off the dishes and the dancing, the music is packing up, and we just had a fabulous evening celebrating 35 years of PWN, Linda.
Yes.
How did you do it?
You know, Phyllis, I'm not really sure. Sometimes it was put on my heart, like 35 years ago. I just felt so compelled to put something together that was also not just lily white. I wanted this to be all races.
Right.
And to bring together sisterhood.
Right.
And it somehow has worked over the years. There have been 4,000 women that have gone through the certifications in the last 35 years.
Well, it is indeed an international group. We've had several countries represented here, Norway, Germany, Japan, and a lot of Canadians, right? It's just been, and the breadth of the United States, from Hawaii to New York City.
That's right.
I mean, it's been amazing. So we had well over 100 people here. Do you have any idea how many books your organization has helped women publish?
Thank you so much. Well, we have 88 anthologies. In fact, you're in several of them.
I am.
And with the 88, there are generally 25 authors in them. So we've had over 1,000 authors from 27 countries in the anthologies. And then we've also published 125.
Right. How many scholarships? 125 scholarships for independent sole authors.
Right. Not all necessarily had the scholarships, but I would dole them out as I really felt that someone could use it because they had a message that was so critical. But many of them did have the scholarships. I felt very compelled to help with that.
So I know, Linda, that every year you bring this group together, and every year it's a celebration. And I really hope at some point that you realize how the impact that you have had, how many lives you have changed, and not just those of us who have known you for so long, but for generations. You have empowered women who will continue to empower women to be all that they can be, and to memorialize that in print for generations to come. God bless.
Thank you so much.